Hey everyone. First of all, I want to apologize because I know it's been a really long time since I posted my last video, almost a full 24 hours now. So I'm really sorry for the delay in getting this video out to you guys, all five of you. Today, I felt like I needed to talk about my curly hair. It's a very sensitive subject, a very personal thing for me to try to open up about, but it's also the namesake of my YouTube channel, Curly XP. So I thought it would be a missed opportunity if I didn't at least try to process my still very raw emotions about it in real time for everyone to see, while simultaneously attempting to monetize that aspect of my life in a very public and shameless shout for attention. So let's just dive right into it. Where to begin? I guess going all the way back to my childhood, maybe, and what it was like growing up as a kid with curly hair. I don't think that I was even fully aware of the fact that I had curly hair until maybe when I was in third grade. Some of the other kids pointed out to me. They would say that I was very curly, that I threw like a curl, that I ran like a curl, and at first I just assumed it was because I had a very distinctive spring in my skip. But it finally dawned on me when they told me that I should just go and play with the other curls where I belonged. And from that point on, I was definitely self-conscious about it growing up. Whenever I ran, my hair would sometimes bounce around. And I guess that must have been distracting to some of my classmates, because some of my gym teachers would suggest that I wear a headband to keep my hair from jiggling too much. I mean, they said it was just to keep the profuse volume of sweat out of my eyes, but I knew the real reason. It was really a long time before I came to terms with it. When I finally realized, I learned that having curly hair was actually, it's a genetic condition, and there was really nothing that I could do about it, which was a huge relief ultimately, because it flew in the face of so many people who had told me that it was a choice and that I should just get a haircut already. Incidentally, I did try having it removed at one point, but it did eventually come back. My mom, who also suffers with curly hair, shared with me recently her own diagnosis. Her hair is currently at a 3A, which is pretty far along. It's still treatable with conditioning. Thankfully, it has not yet progressed into stage 4 curly hair, so it's not terminal. But I do wonder if maybe I should be worried about my hair getting any curlier than it already is. That said, my dad and his whole side of the family are completely bald, so I'm hoping that I'll lose all of my hair, and that will offset things. But both my wife and I have curly hair, and ultimately, we made the decision not to have children because we didn't want to risk passing it on to them. It's difficult. I think for people learning to live with curly hair, every day can be a struggle. It definitely has framed my view of the world around me in a very literal sense because it's constantly getting in my eyes. But some days you just wake up and you know that that day is going to be a bad hair day because of the humidity. If I had one piece of advice that I could go back and give to my 13-year-old self, it would be invest in Bitcoin.